You don't lose in the market, you lose in your mind.
This is Trained Mind Trading, the channel for traders who know what to do, but still don't do it. And here, you'll train your mind to finally change that.
Most traders spend their time searching for the perfect strategy, assuming that a better setup will finally make them profitable. But the data tells a different story. The primary reason traders fail is they simply do not follow the strategy they already have. This diagram shows exactly why. You create your trading plan while calm and rational, but the moment real money is on the line, your limbic system, the emotional center of the brain, activates. Fear and greed spike, and your emotional brain actively overrides your rational plan. Once the emotional brain takes control, the mid-trade symptoms are entirely predictable. Fear causes you to pull out of trades early and take a fraction of your target profit, while hope and greed cause you to abandon stop losses, holding losing positions hoping for a reversal. Overcoming this biological hijack requires a 4-step daily trading framework designed to bypass the limitations of willpower, which fails under stress. To use this framework, you need a defined strategy, rules for market entry, rules for taking profit, and rules for cutting losses. If you have those rules, you're ready to fix the execution problem. Discipline is a matter of robust physical system design, not an endless test of mental fortitude. Let's build the system. Step 1 is the pre-market protocol. The goal here is to establish your mindset before the market even opens, neutralizing the emotional intensity of the session ahead. We start with a physical pre-commitment. Look at this sticky note. By physically writing down a pledge to execute your system without deviation and placing it directly in your line of sight, you are defining a professional identity for the day. You are instructing your brain to value execution over profit. Next, we address your position sizing. Your trade size should be determined by your internal emotional state. If you feel any anxiety, hesitation, or tightness in your chest when planning a trade, your position size is too large. Reduce your risk, halving it over and over until all feelings of stress disappear. Completing this pre-market ritual ensures you enter the trading session as a rational executor. You've set the terms of engagement before a single dollar is at risk. Step 2 activates as the trading session begins, establishing mechanical constraints. You need to translate your abstract strategy into absolute if-then statements. If the price hits a specific level, then you exit. This removes any room for mid-trade interpretation. We enforce these rules using your trading platform. This mock-up shows a standard bracket order. Instead of just buying a position and deciding what to do later, you populate your entry price, your exact stop loss, and your take profit simultaneously. You submit them as one unified block. Mental stop losses do not work. You have to make breaking your rules technically difficult. Once the trade is live, the parameters are set in stone. Your software manages the exit, not your emotions. By predefining and automating your exit parameters at the exact moment of entry, you physically lock your emotional impulses out of the management process. This brings us to step 3, mid-trade execution. Once the bracket order is live, you enter what we call the zero decision zone. This requires physical discipline. You take your hands off the mouse, you take your hands off the keyboard, you let the pre-programmed constraints do their job without manual interference. During this time, your brain will experience cognitive dissonance. Because your money is exposed, your mind will scramble to invent seemingly logical rationalizations to justify closing the trade early or moving your stop. You will hear thoughts like, "The market is definitely going to reverse," or "This particular setup is different." Recognize these thoughts for what they are. They are not market analysis. They are fast, emotional impulses trying to regain control. The ultimate rule for the zero decision zone is simple. If you find yourself actively thinking or analyzing during a live trade, you have already lost your discipline. Let the trade play out. Step 4 is the post-market process review. You execute this step only after the trading day has completely ended and all charts are closed. Human beings naturally fall into outcome bias, judging a decision based solely on the result. If you broke your rules but happened to make money, your brain rewards that bad behavior. Judging your trading day by your profit and loss actively destroys your long-term discipline. Take a look at this daily tracking log. Notice what is missing. There are no columns for profit, loss, or monetary amounts. The correct metric for success is tracking a single, strict binary question. Did I follow my plan? Yes or no? To make this stick, you have to build a pain association with breaking your rules. If you mark no on your sheet, enforce a strict penalty, like a mandatory 24-hour suspension from trading. You apply this penalty even if the broken rule resulted in a profitable trade. A professional trader generates long-term success entirely by eliminating process deviations. Trying to eliminate losing trades is a mathematical impossibility. Eliminating your own unforced errors is entirely within your control. Let's review the framework. You write down your pre-commitment, you utilize automated bracket orders as mechanical locks, you keep your hands off the mouse during the zero decision zone, and you review your day based purely on process adherence. Operating this way exposes the discipline paradox. The tighter you try to control the market's outcome, the more you lose control over your own actions. True discipline comes from accepting the uncertainty of the market and letting the probabilities play out. Emotional impulses are fast, chaotic, and incredibly convincing, but a disciplined system is slow, boring, and highly repetitive. You have to learn to stand still while the market thrashes around you. When you sit down at the charts tomorrow, focus on the true struggle. You are competing against your own biological impulses rather than the movement of the market. Take this 4-step framework and apply it for 5 consecutive trading days. Lock in your parameters, track your adherence, and step away from the mouse. Because at the end of the day, your strategy doesn't fail you. You fail your strategy.
That's one more pattern. Named, understood, and now in your hands. Becoming a profitable trader isn't about the next setup. It's about becoming the person who can follow it. Subscribe for your regular bite of wisdom. Train the mind, the trades will follow.